What's going on, guys? This is Ellick here and welcome to episode 2 of my new Swansea City career mode, my Swansea City career mode season 2 kind of thing. If you didn't watch the last episode, please go back and watch that just to keep you up to date on why I've started a new one and whatnot. But starting things off in this episode, I will quickly apologise for the time it's taken to get another one out. I've been really busy lately, so I just haven't got around to editing it, but I finished up the editing yesterday. I'm just putting the commentary over it now, excuse me. First thing we're going to be doing is just trying to buy a couple of youngsters for the team. Now, I just wanted some players that I could maybe bring through, so that's why I delegated it to my assistant manager, because I don't want to get involved with the transfer fees and whatnot. But someone I do want to get involved in with is El Abdellaoui, Omar El Abdellaoui. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Please let me know if I'm not. But we did actually try and go in with a straight swap year for Kyle Norton, because Kyle Norton is kind of surplus to requirements now with us. They wanted 3.7 million as well. I said no to that, and I said I'd give you 2.5 million on Kyle Norton for El Abdellaoui. I think they're the same rating, or maybe El Abdellaoui is a rating below, but they were happy to take that, so was I. Like I said, I'm just not 100% hooked on Kyle Norton. Maybe it would have been nice to keep him as a backup player, but since 2.5 million it's a good deal, and here he is. So we're going to try and negotiate the contracts. I'm going to try and not do much of these. As you can see, we've got a lot of transfer budget, by the way, so any people that you can recommend in the comments below, please do. While this is going on in the background, I just want to say that there'll be no Premier League games this episode, but I believe they're going to start next episode. I'm still like, what you're going to see today is where I am with the current save now. So anything you want me to do, let me know, and I can do it straight away. As soon as possible. But he wanted an important contract, 4 years, 17,500 he's currently on. He wants 28,000, which you can expect to step up given it's the Premier League. I got rid of the bonus. I believe it was just 10 appearances, and I knew he was going to hit that. But they were fine. They were fine with that. They took the bonus off. The signing on fee was a decent amount. But we capture our second signing of the season behind Yaya Toure. He won't start the next game. I believe we do bring him on as a sub. Here's the team we use going into that game against Atalanta, who do actually have some very good players. They've got Alejandro Gomez, who's a very good player, and there are some more. Ilicic, is it maybe? I think he plays for them. Off the top of my head, I can't quite think of the rest of their team, but yeah, Ilicic, I believe it is. But starting off the game, nice and bright. Ki-Sung Young starting in that holding role. He gets the ball out to Martin Olsen here. He plays it into Andre Ayew, into Wilfred Bony. I believe Bony will go back to Ki-Sung Young here, into Angel Rangel. He'll play it into Nathan Dyer. Nathan Dyer cuts on his left, ball into the box, and Wilfred Bony scores, and that is right off the kickoff. Now, I'm not sure whether you guys could see from that clip there, but if you could see the way I've set my formation out, it really stretches teams, and like Angel Rangel was right up the field there. He got the ball, someone pressed him, it left Nathan Dyer a bit free, ball into Nathan Dyer, and he crossed the ball into Bony. Crossing is not going to be like my number one technique for scoring goals this season, I'm hoping, even though we are going to play Bony a decent amount of games. But he's a powerful header of the ball, so should we need it, there's always that option. But Alejandro Gomez, who I spoke about just now, makes it 1-1 just a couple of minutes later, 6 minutes into the game. Pretty poor defending. I'm not sure who I actually started in defence of this game, but you will see out throughout these friendlies that I do try a couple of different combinations of defenders. I believe that's Van der Horn and Fernandez maybe, but like I said, I will be trying a different amount of combinations just to see who plays well with who. Coming on a short while after that, the ball comes out to Nathan Dyer. He'll play it, or attempt to play it into Leroy Fair, but won't get there. Still hold on to the ball. Rangel to Fair. Nice one-touch pass into Key, into Andre Ayew. Andre Ayew, he shoots, he hits the bar. Ball comes to Jordan Ayew. He finesse shots it, and it comes off the post, but it goes in this time. Andre Ayew hits the post. Jordan Ayew hits the post, but one of them goes in. It's going to be quite confusing this season, I think, to to differ between the two brothers, especially looking on the small monitor. I think they actually took a deflection as well, looking at it back on that replay. But we'll take it 2-1. Like I said, I'm only going to show the goals in these highlights that I show, and then when it comes to the Premier League games, I'll be showing the full highlights. But Ilicic is on the ball here, if I'm pronouncing that right. Here's Darun, who used to play for Middlesbrough, I believe. Ilicic keeps the ball onto his left foot, and it's a good effort. Comes off the crossbar, and Mawson gets it away, only as far as Keaton Young, who gives the ball away. Good tackle there from Olsen. And now, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, but Ilicic, who created the move, he hit the crossbar for the first shot. He finishes it off. His 2-2 on the 33rd minute. The defending is kind of poor, and it's something that I'm going to have to try and fix before the start of the season. Although, with that being said, I am playing Keaton Young in centre midfield, so it may be a bit better when I'm playing the likes of Leon Britton in there, who's more defensive minded. But I've had a lot of different suggestions on different things I should talk about. Like, a lot of people have asked me to talk about the current Swansea City season and how it's gone so far. By the way, this is a very nice goal from Jordan Ayew onto his right foot. That's a good finish. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people have been asking me to talk about the current Swansea City season and how it's going. I think one comment said I thought we were dead and buried a couple of months ago, and I would have been on that bandwagon too. I really thought we were relegated at Christmas, and I always like to keep I try and keep like a positive attitude, but it got to December and I just saw like nothing. I saw no hope, no players that could really guide us through, but Carvajal has come in and he's been able to do what Clement hasn't done, and that's, you know, scoring goals essentially. Like, we scored 4 at home against West Ham. We scored 8 against Notts County, and I know it's only Notts County, but to score 8 goals in a game is still a decent achievement, no matter who you're playing against. But this is quite a nice move here. As you can see, we dispossessed Atalanta in our own half, and we move the ball up the field quickly. Ball comes into Wilfred Boney. He plays in Leroy Fair. Leroy Fair to Dyer. Dyer will get onto his left foot, and it's a good finish into that left-hand corner. It'll be interesting to see at the start of the season who I go with in a lot of these different positions, because you could see like Wilfred Boney's had a good game today. Dyer's had a good game down the right, even though he's got like Narsing pushing him for places. Keaton Young's good in the midfield, although I'm trying to sign an attacking midfielder. So there's a lot of places up for grabs. As you can see, a couple of the subs come on here. I believe I bought a good fair one, and one of them would have been Yaya Toure. Andre Ayew gets the ball here into Leon Britton, who comes on as a sub. Here's Yaya with his first touch in a Swan shirt. Andre Ayew to Jordan Ayew to Yaya Toure, and that's a nice goal. That's the kind of football that I want to be playing, is the nice little one-touch passing and then squaring it off for an easy goal. It's just nice football. It looks like it works. It looks like it works. It looks very fluid, as you could see. The first time cross, the second time cross from Jordan Ayew even, and Yaya gets a goal on his debut for the Swans. I won't be playing him too much in these friendlies because he's getting old now. I don't want him to be getting injured. But yeah, just to finish off a couple of the training. As you can see, we're still training the same people as I showed in the last episode. And we've actually got another friendly up against Frankfurt. This wasn't the most entertaining game, I will warn you of that, so there won't be very much highlights, but we changed the team around a little bit as well. I do want to talk though about some of the younger signings that I'm going to be making. Now, as you could see at the start of the episode, I think I went in for Powell and a player called Mount. I'm just going off of a couple of websites that tell me some players with good potential. So if you know any players with good potential that I should probably sign, because I'm not sure how long this career mode's going to go on for, but I'm intending for it to go on for a while. So if you could let me know any players that you know's got a decent potential, then I'm all yours. But as you can see here, Fernandez dispossesses one of their strikers. He gets the ball into Kyle Bartley. Again, like I said, trying out the different combinations. We've got El Abdellaoui starting this game as well. I think he did come off the bench. Here's Renato Sanchez into Bartley. Kind of a risky pass. But we've got Tom Carroll playing at left wing back. I need to sign a sub replacement there. Ball into Wayne Routledge. He does very decent. Still Routledge. Routledge into Sanchez. Gets unlucky with the first shot, but gets quite lucky with the second one, and we go 1-0 up. It's taken us 66 minutes to break down this Frankfurt team, so fair play to them. As you can see, Routledge into Sanchez. It's a good save from the keeper, but unfortunately for him, it falls back to Renato Sanchez, who, again, is another one that's fighting for positions. I'm really not sure who I'm going to be playing throughout the season. But Frankfurt will find themselves a couple of minutes later getting a good chance as the ball comes into their striker. I can't see the name, so I'm not going to try and pronounce it, but makes it 1-1 straight after. A decent finish. The through ball, I think I kind of had to try and challenge for it with Kyle Bartley because it was past him regardless. I don't think if it had gone past him, as you'll be able to see from this replay, a slide in, I don't think that I would have been able to get in the end of it and stop him anyway had I not slid, so I kind of had to slide. And Norvelt gets close, but you'd never really expect the striker to miss from that angle. But that's how that game finishes. 1-1, like I said, only showing the goals, so I won't bore everyone with the finer details. But Alvas Powell, is that guy's name? Roshan Williams as well. We agree a transfer value for Powell. And as you can see here, I'm just putting some bids in from some young players that I've heard good things about. But like I said, anyone you know that you recommend for me, let me know and I'll try and get them signed. Thank you all for watching this episode, and I'll see you next episode for the first Premier League game, hopefully.